Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is me Logan aka Frostfire with some updates on how the Akali rework is going. In the first month since the last video I made that confirmed the Akali rework, two big things have happened. The first thing is that my boy Reav3 was a guest on the Beyond the Rift podcast and shared some insight onto the Akali rework. And the second thing that happened is that Reav left a reply to a comment I made on the Akali main subreddit stating that he will give some info concerning Akali's mobility and identity as a hybrid champion in the next champion roadmap. Not too much new information, but still absolutely worth touching on. Let's take a look at what Reav said on the Beyond the Rift podcast.
I don't know if you want to chat about Akali or not.
Okay, yeah, let's talk a little bit about Akali, because I actually hate playing against Akali. I can't stand this champion. Like, I don't know how it rates on like the satisfaction thing. I imagine the sick motherfuckers that play this champion are real satisfied about it, but I hate this champion. So tell me a little bit about the Akali changes.
Well, we do have certainly tea on that, so I don't know how.
Oh.
No. I think one of our goals is to make her better to play against, because when a champion feels that frustrating, a lot of times we end up having to like gimp them to some degree in the early game and stuff like that. So we do want to make her more fair. However, we do think that like the Shroud specifically, which while can be one of the frustrating things to play against, is what makes her unique for an assassin, right? Most assassins tend to go in, do their thing, and run away, where Akali tends to go in, hide right in front of you, and kind of like hide in your face, like right in front of you, like in plain sight, I guess. And we wanted to preserve that. We do have a much crazier iteration of the Shroud. I mean, similar to Aurelia, we kind of wanted to turn that up to 11 and do something a little more unique. Plus, the current Shroud has a lot of problems where it's like in a exact spot. So if you know exactly where Akali's obviously in there, throw AoE and stuff like that, which makes her just have to kind of stand there. We wanted to make that a little bit more interesting for the Akali player as well. As well as like, you know, just modernize her kit a lot more. We're not trying to like push her to be completely different than current Akali. We just, similar to Warwick, want to kind of like amp some stuff up, make her a little more modern and interesting. Yeah.
Well, that was something. First of all, fuck you, cutie pie, you're just salty you got your cheeks clapped by TF Blade at TCS. And secondly, this is actually some very interesting info. Since it is early in the design process, there's still nothing about a new Akali that is set in stone, but hearing Reav mention that her Shroud has a lot of problems currently could be a hint to the nature of her new Shroud. I know it is way too early to tell, but I get the feeling that new Shroud will have some sort of movement attached to it, maybe moving stealth, or an intricate zone of stealth that Akali can utilize, or it could be changed to something like Shaco's Q or Talon's R, where it could be used as a damage/mobility tool to catch out squishy targets, and as soon as you do damage, maybe you would drop something akin to current Shroud. I don't know, and the possibilities are endless, and I could go on about the possibilities for hours, but I'm not going to. Let's get back to the clip, as there's still more to see.
Are you going to be changing her like actual visual? Because I know for Aatrox you said you kind of want to make him like more of a juggernaut, like lugging this sword around. Is Akali going to stay that like dual scythe wielding assassin type, or?
She's gonna be. I mean, Ninja Girl. We think is an iconic thing of her. She is getting an entire VGU, so yes, she'll have a complete new model. But I think similar to Warwick, we're not messing with her core theme. So Warwick's still a werewolf. She's still gonna be like a cool Ninja Girl. We just want to make her look a little less generic, and hopefully a little bit more like unique and add elements that makes it feel like when you see her, it's like, oh, that's League's Akali. That's not just Ninja Girl. That could be from kind of anything, right? So she'll definitely be new anims, new all that kind of stuff, new VO, full package.
Okay. Is there an ETA you can give on these?
I mean, all the ones I've talked about here will be this year, right? We have target patches for things, but we don't want to release something unless we feel like we hit where we need to hit on it. So a lot of times we'll like push them if we need to, or earlier if things go well. So I don't want to say exactly when.
Okay.
But yeah, all that stuff.
Alright, fair enough then.
This year.
Now that part was a lot more self-explanatory. As Reav said to me and has been saying throughout the rework process, she's going to be modernized and not replaced. And this segment confirmed that the rework will come this year, which is good or bad news depending on how you think the rework will eventually turn out. So overall, not too much new info, but considering how much Akali means to me and other dedicated mains, any new info is worth reporting on. So, with that, I leave you with this. My name is Logan, aka Frostfire. I sincerely apologize for not having uploaded in a long while. I've been dealing with some personal stuff. Just still recovering, doing physical therapy after the surgery, and some more personal stuff that I'm not going to get into, but I will try to at least make a video every 2 weeks. I just haven't been enjoying League, I haven't really been enjoying PUBG, I haven't really been enjoying anything, and I find it hard to make content for stuff I don't really enjoy. But I'm getting back into League full force now, with more videos coming very soon. My name is Logan aka Frostfire, and I hope you enjoyed.